Good evening, Speed Gaming, and tonight we've got ourselves the Battle of the Malls in this one-on-one matchup. On the left, we have the Cleric, Malchior, versus the Sorcerer, Malkier. And this is going to be one heck of a one-on-one matchup. I'm Leslie Pro, joined tonight by Moonrisen Phoenix. How you doing tonight?
Good evening, everybody, and hello, Leslie. Faring pretty well here. Looking forward to this this matchup. This perhaps confusing matchup for some.
It might be confusing, but we got it figured out because we have the cleric on the left, the sorcerer on the right, and we're already starting near Casino Corner.
Already a little divergence. Oh, nice bomb
Ooh, cheap
price.
bombs, and we start with the candle. So what we know in this random percent flag is, that is vanilla text, so the hints are going to be useless. And the sword shuffled to close to where we started.
Lost Hills Armbo's paying off. Interesting, interesting choice for the wooden sword today. And look at that blue candle near start at the Western Lost Hills for 45 rupees.
As good as that price is, we already started with the blue candle, so that's just 45 rupees we're not going to have to spend.
More money in our runners' pockets. I approve of that, as Malchior will find his sword very early as well. We'll start with the level 1 Triforce.
Because there's two Triforces that do not shift around. That'd be the level 1 and the level 6 Triforce. We definitely have the level 1 Triforce. Not sure on the second one, however.
Is either going to be level 2 or level 3?
And that is the sorcerer taking a death on the overworld as the cleric finds level 8. This is likely shapes.
Considering level 8's layout, I'm not entirely sure I'm giving it shapes just yet.
One thing I do know for sure is that it is definitely not first quest. Oh, shoot.
I think we've got permanent sword beams, huh?
Yeah, that definitely helps the combat, because without that, the combat's basically the same, and our sorcerer is going to have a look at what is at first quest 2. It's a lake, so first quest overworld is ruled out. It's either mixed or second quest.
You're meanwhile trying to take care of this four-headed Gleeok. Needs to be careful.
And got sniped. That is a very difficult fight at 3 hearts.
3 hearts, green
fighter in chat pointing out that bottom row in second quest 8 is single rooms across. So that is definitely a shapes dungeon of some kind. We'll know what it looks like once we see a map.
Or perhaps we find the Atlas first.
Hey, so second quest 7 did not burn. This is a mixed overworld.
Oh, wow, this northeast corner paying off in spades, level 3.
This could be a first quest level 3 based off of the first few rooms. And that's a raft.
That's a raft.
Which we would typically find in a first quest 3.
Could we be seeing first quest vanilla items?
So it is possible that vanilla items will be the way it goes in this particular seed.
We'll have to find another item to confirm that, or perhaps 2 or 3 more.
That would definitely help. Otherwise, it's just that one item in a seed that rolled vanilla, which does happen in Randomizer. Ooh, my man handler. Bullseye with the heart container.
Malchior showing us how it's done. That is beautiful stuff. And, ooh, Triforce in its vanilla room. Probably see if what we're dealing with exactly as far as Triforces go. That's Triforce in 3, which we already had. So our runners will start with Triforces 1 and 3.
Well, at least with even if you get a Triforce that you already start a seed with, you still get the health refill, so that's nice. And yes, that was the first quest 3, so we are first quest 1 through 6 and shape 7 through 9.
Can't argue with that one, honestly.
And Malkier just did an up A retry. Did he just retry away the raft? Because that would be awful. No, he didn't. Still got it. Oh, he's trying to save bombs. I get what he's doing.
With one bomb, you want to make sure you don't lose it so you don't lose your count. I believe that would be the reason behind it.
Shopkeeper says it's really expensive. Then how come your bomb prices are only 6 rupees, sir? I fail to see your logic.
70% discount? Really expensive? Something doesn't.
I have a feeling that this is not legitimate.
Indeed. As we'll have our first raft check seed. East raft spot has. Oh, we had a secret at least. And
oh, hello, big money. That is a stop at big bucks. 143 rupees and a spin.
Or in this case, a immediate save to keep your money, which I fully agree with.
Yes, and with Blue Ring being so close to start, that could be a purchase that gets made, but will that happen, or will something else pop up that's equally tantalizing? We shall see as the Sorcerer now dives into level 8. Will we see bomb usage to find the bomb hole? So to answer chat, the max possible large secret is 150 rupees. The minimum is 50.
So anything in that 90th percentile we will absolutely take.
Oh, absolutely. And our sorcerer finds the same shoot room that the cleric found earlier.
Looks to me like we've got vanilla text for our old men today, so our runners are going to be on their own as far as hints go.
Well, better to be on your own than dealing with deceptive hints, because a practice seed last night that I played, deceptive hints were definitely a thing.
Oh, aren't those fun? Malkier, meanwhile, taking care of this four-headed Gliok. Let's see if he fares any better than Malchior did earlier.
Not quite. The third head had one last surprise in a fireball.
Gotta hate it. Malchior, meanwhile, finding level 6 at the western spot on the southern coast.
That's a compass on top of the clock, and it looks like the Triforce is quite a distance away from where we started this dungeon.
Look at that, Malkier taking the invincibility frame of the right side door.
And the wand is in 6, so I feel a bit more comfortable if I'm racing saying it's vanilla items at this point. Right? But some might want to see at least one more.
I would have checked the coast check on that one, but well, apparently we have.
Yeah, the coast was the coast heart, which is not an indicator as to whether heart shuffle is on or not, as that is a separate heart. Oh, that was close. Definitely better to take a bop from a bubble than a red Wizro beam to the face, because that's 4 hearts, and the cleric wants no more of this dungeon. I don't blame him.
You got the wand. Why bother? I mean, that is a combat upgrade at the end of the day.
As we're seeing more of this level 8, that's a secret, and the mid-secret rolled 1 below the vanilla and a couple below the average at 29. These dark nuts are definitely being tough today. Well, Thorwolf, assuming vanilla items, the any key and the book would be here, but if that book is replaced by a large shield, then we know it's a boomstick seed. And that's level 2 for Malchior.
If I find the magical boomerang in this level, I'm pretty safe assuming this is vanilla items across the board.
Yeah, if I were in Malchior's shoes, I would definitely consider that. That could have been a push block room, but our sorcerer wants no part of it, only to hear that 10th enemy has the bomb. Bit of a misleading hint there, in the sense, well, a vanilla game misleading hint. In fact, that the 10th enemy that you kill, if you kill that 10th consecutive enemy with a bomb, then you get a bomb drop. Wow, great spot by Just Jerk in chat. Spotting up the... Wait a minute, I fell for that one. I walked right into it. GG, well played. That's the Triforce out of level 2 for our cleric.
Meanwhile, Blue Darkness not playing friendly on Malkier's side, and we'll send him back to start.
Combat in this level 8 is tough. That's for sure. Bomb is just a little bit too far away from the spot to break open that hole.
There goes the key. Let's see what's on the southern end of this level 8. Well,
It's a nice screen scroll by Malchior to avoid having to go up the mountain. Opting to make some purchases. I like this play here so that your money doesn't get swallowed up by door repairs. Those can range anywhere between 15 and 25 rupees when Money Shuffle is on.
We know it's on in this seed due to the non-vanilla prices. Level 5 found in the waterfall.
That was right outside where Malkier died earlier, so with a pirouette, we'll get a look into this 5 and see what Malchior can come up with.
Are we fighting an early recorder? Malkier not even opting to check. Probably has a feeling it's just a transport.
Odds are pretty good of that, typically in some of these dungeons, and level 5 does that too in the vanilla game.
Don't you just love it?
Right into a room of blue dark nuts. Ugh.
Yeah, Malchior about to find a bad news. Oh, is it bad news? Thought for a moment those red dark nuts had rolled up.
Gonna need to get the compass from another direction, unfortunately, because that tea room can't be clipped across without a ladder. Also, that's not even in logic. Yeah, those red dark nuts rolled up. One just took a bomb blast and just kept right on going.
Wow, game. Is this even randomized? Look at the Triforce location in 5.
I swear I have seen a Triforce in that same spot before.
Somebody better get that ice cream. We're gonna need it today.
Well, now Malchior's got to deal with a room full of pulse voice locked in, but thankfully with the wand, that'll make combat easier. Let's see what the sorcerer comes up with, and that means it's a boomstick seed.
Hello.
Malkier is going to know that detail first. Malchior, on the other hand, does not know that yet.
Now, another vanilla item as the large shield replaces the book, which is in First Quest of Vanilla 8. Yeah,
That river room cuts off the Triforce from the south. Where's a workaround?
Well, I think the game was pretty insistent that Malchior fill up his bomb counter.
Yeah, unfortunately, our sorcerer has run out of bombs at a pretty inopportune time and also gets sniped by a Beamos on top of that. Back to start. Gonna do an up-ace save. Done there. For now.
So now it's a question of, where's that book?
Question, where's the shop that has the book? Is it raft blocked at First Quest 4? Which is possible. And yeah, chat, I can see that too much time was spent in 8. We've all done it.
Still early in this seat, though, even if Malchior's got a 2 Triforce lead right now.
So what the magic shield does... Oh, that staircase was required due to the position of the old man. That's just mean.
Malchior, meanwhile, finding level 2 as well.
Looks like the Zols rolled up after they split from the gels.
And Malchior just saying that only counts if you don't kill the gels in one hit.
And also worth noting, speaking of screen scrolls, some of us can't line up screen scrolls very well. I would know. Moving on from that, we've got ropes, and if you're not fighting them on the half tile, they will charge at your players. So, a little hint there to avoid getting charged at by all the ropes at once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is...
CJ, same.
Malchior
So-
thinking about this and taking the bomb upgrade. It's vanilla, 100 rupees for +4. And speaking of vanilla,
God, the timing of that couldn't have been much better. It's a Blue Lagoon.
this fight feels awfully vanilla for some reason.
Yeah, very much so. With only a... that's a first for me.
What do we have here? We've got the recorder. Malkier finding the item in 5.
Now, the question I have is this. Beaten or unbeaten? New or original dungeons? Where will they lead us?
Malkier wanting that waterfall cave first. And, thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, when you can up A out of a door repair like that, you don't lose money. But sometimes you get door repair messages that you just can't skip, which is just no. That's level 2's Triforce for the Sorcerer on the board. And chat points out it is new and beaten. Yeah, I would want to find level 1 knowing what we know about the flag set, because with vanilla items being suspected, if that is the case, then the bow is there. You're gonna need that to beat this game. Also, I'd want to find level 4, because under that scenario, you'd have the ladder.
Sizable help there if ever we find that. Malkier finding a medium secret. Vanilla 1Q2 spot yielding another medium secret. Not a bad find.
I like this play of Malchior checking the recorder spots. Ooh, we got our first take any of the seed and going for the potion already.
That's an
Interesting strategy. Let's see if it pays off. I guess that's one way to get to level 1 in a hurry, especially when it's going to new unbeaten dungeons.
Ooh, Malchior hopping not to pick up the boomerang.
It's an extra inventory spot at this point. So instead of burning the boomerang just got bombed.
Bomb the boomerang, burn it. They all work.
Oh, Malkier goes for the block clip, but gets blasted instead.
That's just frustrating at this point.
As usual, the Eagle is being very key demanding. Eagle being the name of First Quest 1.
Can the Wizrose play nice with Malkier this time?
Wizrobe's playing nice, maybe asking a bit much, but they do play nice enough. And now both runners have the wand, but the sorcerer has the knowledge of the boomstick.
Not just knowledge of the boomstick, but I believe. Actually, no, he doesn't have the book just yet. But Malkier is fighting the bow in level 1. Knows he's got the triforce in that level. Directly out.
That bow will be very helpful for dealing with any Gomas that he comes across. And he stops at Big Bucks once again.
Just west of the connector. Now, one thing I'd want to point out real quickly, Malchior didn't look at the Grave Armos. Now, we know it's a power bracelet, but what we don't know is whether it's needed or not.
Yeah, you don't think it's needed until you find a random any road somewhere. And no, we have yet to see any of the any roads.
There's a possibility Doe's rolled vanilla as well.
Then again, you really do want the power bracelet in a mixed quest overworld. And it's a mixed first quest overworld, by the way, as we've seen 2 large secrets. There's only 1 in second quest.
Absolutely right there. As looks like we're going to take the whirlwind back to... I think this was level 3 earlier.
So, in this flag set, to answer a question in chat, forced overworld block is not an option. There's a power bracelet pickup for Malchior. Good screen scroll, by the way. And it is any roads. He's not going to check any of them. Now, it can't hurt to check all of them, because I saw a seed recently where 2 of the any roads rolled vanilla, and the other 2 were shuffled. It was quite interesting.
A little bit of a curveball thrown by the randomizer back in that race.
Yeah, that was a big sweeping 12-6 curveball. And hey, it's spring training. I'll pull a baseball reference out when I feel like it.
Nothing wrong with that. First Quest Vanilla 6 showing off a small secret of 19. Meanwhile, Malkier just west of Vanilla Start will find a take any and take the heart to go up to 5 heart containers.
First quest push spot did not move. And neither did the second. That does happen sometimes in mixed quests.
Wow. After big bucks, now you got big busts. AKA the graveyard in this seed.
But thankfully, no whammies just yet. So they say that diving the grave is foolish.
Here's white sword.
And the white sword rolled to 4 hearts this time.
Oh goodness! Look at that Darmo screen.
God.
That is.
How did Malkier not die there?
That is a good question. Recorder Lake yielding a door repair today. That recorder's use just took a little bit of a dive.
The runners are doing a high five, both taking a health refill. So with a white sword, you get boosted offense, which is always nice. And both runners find level 9 at the exact same time. You love to see it.
Nothing wrong with it. Just northwest of Vanilla 1Q3 this time around.
Which is also southeast of First Quest 7 in the vanilla game. At this point, I would be assuming vanilla items because we've seen so many different things in their vanilla spots. It would be a safe assumption. And both runners just stopped on a whammy.
It's 20 rupees Malchior won't care to lose much, especially with that medium secret waiting just next door.
And chat seems to know what the flute theme is.
Absolutely, they seem to be right on target tonight. Malkier also getting his white sword, not quite knowing it rolled 4 hearts, but, you know, better to have the 100% chance. Now here's a question. Is Malchior going to survive the Death Armo screen?
I don't know, but a key is being purchased.
Sometimes Rando will not play nice when it comes to keys. Can't argue with that purchase.
Indeed.
Almost pulled way down in HP. Malchior, yeah, you better pick up that heart. You've got the potion already.
Yeah, if you don't pick up the heart this time, CJ ain't gonna be the only one asking questions. Just saying.
I was about to go about the same in the same direction there, Leslie.
Malkier is about to pick up the power bracelet. We'll see if he checks all the any roads or just settles for the one.
Now, we know that East Raft spot is a bust. Is the West one a bust as well?
Cheap bait, but that's about it.
Got arrows too, but give those raft spots maybe a 3 out of 10.
And the sorcerer has picked up a boomerang. Not sure the thought process there, but it's whatever at this point. It's probably not going to be that helpful, except for maybe dig doggers, room management, that's about it.
Wait. Okay, Malchior abandoning that take, ain't he?
Saving it for later, maybe.
Second potion? We'll have to see about that.
Seems that a number of the second quest flute spots, or rather recorder spots, aren't working, so I'm starting to think the power bracelet might be more required than usual. As Malchior is burning through Candle Row, so far nothing of consequence found.
Outstanding
That didn't burn.
Outstanding dungeons at this point for those curious, levels 4 and 7 have not been found.
Yeah, well, 7's not going to be 33 rooms of Schadenfreude. Shapes 7 can certainly be its own monster. And with the current Shapes algorithm, it could certainly still be 30. There's the book! Rolled to max at 220, so now both runners know it's a boomstick seed.
Malchior step ahead with 200 rupees and the wand in play. Actually, Malkier is right there with him. I take it back. Oh, Malkier about to get bad news. Yep, that's 100.
Oh, he left a lot of that large secret behind. That hurts.
Yep, that's about 75% of it. On the floor as Malchior might be cursing that whirlwind right about now.
I certainly would be too, because that whirlwind dropped him right on a Lionel's back and into death. We found 7, Death Mountain.
Now, how long before we find the Triforce and leave 7 to its own devices?
We shall see.
Moldorm Central, anybody? Oof.
Yeah, that's definitely Trolldorm Central. Well, minus the parts that made Trolldorm a troll in other Zelda games.
Can't imagine what you're talking about there, Leslie.
So second quest, magical sword spot, wound up being a hint that I don't think's gonna do us much good, because it's a vanilla hint.
Meanwhile, we've got Malkier picking up the heart container in level 7, probably the only useful thing other than the Triforce that it will find here tonight.
I'm not gonna be needing that bait block tonight.
Malchior just plain not interested in this 7.
So that hint, meet the old man at the grave, is actually a vanilla game hint that points you to where the magical sword is in first quest.
Malkier leaves a lot of rupees on the floor. Malkior will find his last art secret and leave about 90 rupees on the floor.
So that's about 200 rupees down the tubes between the two runners. You hate to see it. There's level 7's Triforce, and Malkier is gonna be done with the dungeon. There's level 4 for Malchior.
Just north of level 7, actually.
Well, that's a quick Triforce. Will he go back in to try and dig out the ladder?
Honestly, I'd be shocked if he didn't. Malchior, meanwhile, taking the Triforce lead, 5 Triforces to 4.
Chat's got a point. This seed could still put some sort of ladder block that's hard required. And just for that one thing, that would be all you need the ladder for.
Just put Zelda in a Chevy room. You've got your problem.
Or Ganon in a Chevy room. Here's level 4 for Malkier. This might be the ladder room.
And should it be the ladder, I don't see Malchior sticking around this 4 much any longer than that. There it is, and
There it is, and he gone.
Yep. He gone faster than the fastball heading into the seats.
So level 4 Triforce for Malkier, will he also go back in for the ladder? While that's going on, Malchior is in level 7.
One advantage Malkier has over Malchior, it's 5-5, but that Triforce in 7 is a bit more value than the one in 5, I would say, as far as who's in the lead.
Do believe Malchior is trying to find a way to the Triforce, but not from that angle. Perhaps the bomb wall to the right will lead to a path. Well, this looks promising. Good bomb force by Malchior. That's 7's Triforce around the same time that the sorcerer gets the ladder.
Now 6 Triforces to 5. Malchior only needs to get his Triforce from 6 and 8. 2 levels he's found.
Level 6 now for Malkier.
This one's always tricky, being the Wizrobe level for the seed, or at the very least one of them.
This is one of those levels where I would want the boomstick just to deal with the Wizrobes.
Malchior does have maximum money, could afford it at any time. Chat noting that boomstick in 9 might be an idea. Boomstick might also be a decent idea for a room like this.
Yes. You're locked in. You have got a mixture of Wizrobes and likes and a bubble. That would be a nightmare, CJ.
See, chat. A few people in chat are familiar with the nightmare rooms.
It's level 5 for the sorcerer. Oh no! Red Wizrobe beam cuts Malkier down on the broadside.
Malkier wants to head right back in there. Meanwhile, Malkier is starting to try and cut into the lead here.
Attacks being timed carefully. Okay, he's out of that room. Now just has to pass through this room into the Triforce room, and that's 7 Triforces for Malkier. If I'm not mistaken, Malkier knows where all the levels are. I don't think our sorcerer does, however.
I think 5 was the last level he needed to find.
And now it's level 8 for Malkier. Oh, Trolldongo eats a sorcerer's bomb, but thankfully Malkier is able to get out of that scenario without running out of bombs. And chat confirming both knows every level where they are, so Now the real race begins. That's immensely helpful. Wow.
And yeah, that's it's definitely a Triforce that was sent to the corner by Ganon.
Yeah, too bad the stair wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Yeah, I think he saw the shop too, but at a point which he didn't have the money. No Triforce yet for Malkier, and 5 wants to Rick 6 this dungeon for the recorder.
Oh, this might, could this be actually a push block? I think it might be, but looks like Malchior is prioritizing the Triforce above everything here. What do we have?
Oh my gosh, that
What?
ink blot is an absolute mess. And it has to have a name. Chat, help me out here. That looks like some sort of weapon I saw in a Xenoblade game. Not gonna name which one to avoid spoilers.
Beeling hit to the level 8 Triforce. That's all 8 Triforces. That's a ticket to 9.
And that is a recorder for Malkier.
And knows the location of the Triforce. It's not that far away. Oh, look at this purchase by Malchior.
Smart purchase, actually, even though we know it's a boomstick seed. That purchase there tells me that Malchior is prioritizing defense, which is a very good call going into level 9, especially with only 6 hearts.
The Wizrobe 9, not having blue ring in there. Oh boy, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, don't ask me how speedrunners that go for sub 30 go for that without blue ring, because that would just be a nightmare for me. Ooh, expensive potions in this seed, so Malchior definitely right to take the free one, even though the timing was certainly a bold strategy.
Malchior having a bit of a tracker mishap. We are now in level 9 at 53 minutes and 15 seconds.
So in this level 9, we're after 3 things. We need to find the silver arrows. We know they're here. And we already know where the kidnapped is. That is a single shutter door that did not open when the rooms were cleared. So that part was easy. There's still the part of the silvers and Ganon. Rather, the roar. Because the roar is the beast in an adjacent room to your north, your south, your east, or your west. Because the beast is a very noisy beast that apparently doesn't know what quiet hours are.
Ganon, quiet? You're asking a lot.
I've lived in apartment complexes and the like for most of my life, so I would know a thing or two about that.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, first there was a red ring. That would have been a literal definition of the game nose.
Still be right here for all we know. That's a push block.
That's a transport.
1 out of 6 in this level 9. Meanwhile, Malkier catching up. 7 triforces in the bank, and 1 to go from level 8, which he knows where it is.
He did more exploring of level 8 first time around compared to Malchior. Now this is a room that could push if second quest push blocks turned on. Well, maybe not this one. It's one of those things where because of all the consternation I've played, I have an ABC policy towards it. If it might be on, it usually is. And for those wondering, ABC meaning always be checking.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
We got ourselves a bomb hole.
The Call of Bacon, and 56 minutes and 30 seconds. We've got a Ganon sighting on Malchior's side. Unfortunately, can't do much without the silvers.
You can still try to fish for information as well as try to bomb out. Bomb out, no go. So it's an up and A. I'll always be closing. Yeah, I can see that too, especially, again, baseball. Especially for dominant all-time closers like Mariano Rivera. Even as a Red Sox fan, got tremendous respect for what he accomplished in his career.
All right, so this nine's transport's not exactly what I'd call helpful right off the bat.
Indeed.
He's got the Yanni key from level 8, something Malchior didn't get. Let's see how useful that's going to be.
Okay, Truant, I'll give you that one. Rod Beck was a pretty good fireballer, that's for sure. Oh, and that's a death pretty deep into 8 for Malkier. Very unfortunate. You hate to see it.
Oh. Thanks, old man.
Old man has definitely watched Airplane. Oh, that's a nasty spot to find a Patra. Does he get the potion off in time? He does.
However, currently out of potions, so this might cause a problem. Oh, the quick reset!
This is a very difficult spot to fight a Patra in, but thankfully, Malchior prevails, only to find a transport. But most importantly, that Patra will not return.
Yeah, that Petra's dead, and Malkier probably thinking it's better stay that way.
Oh, and another Patra entering from the north. Oh, boy. This seed is not being... This 9, rather, not being nice, especially with some of these Patra Wayne placements.
Game knows, Leslie.
Oh, yes. There's a compass, but we don't need it, and Patra guards the compass.
Why not, right? It's been all over the place already.
Now, pretty soon, the sorcerer will be joining Malchior in level 9, which so far, the hunt for the silver arrows has been rather convoluted.
Absolutely, and one difference between our runners right now is that Malkier is in... He has 9 hearts, but he has green tunic. But that any key could loom large right now.
It absolutely could, because right now Malchior has 4 keys, and if he runs into key problems, that tips the scales.
Patra's already been in the way of 2 transports. Guards the compass,
and
now guards the map on top of it. Sword had things everywhere today.
things like the antithesis of the Visa adverts of the 90s, everywhere you don't want it to be. Bookstore, I want to say, was 1 northeast of level 1. First quest 1, that is.
You'd be correct there. Oh, we haven't... Uh-oh. Here's another...
In fact, both runners saw 9 at literally the same time.
This level 9 has done things.
Boy, the pickup race from last night I was in, that level 9 also did things. It seems like level 9 this week is choosing to be on the meaner side, so runners beware, 9 will attempt to equalize. Which would be perfectly living up to its mantra of the Great Equalizer.
What's Malkier found here? He's found the silvers! He's got the info on Ganon and Zelda! That's the inside track right there, but no potions could bring problems.
No potions and 3 hearts. That means he could only take 1 Hyrule Driver, and as chat points out, that is right next to start, so this 9 could have been over extremely fast if the right turns were made. Like, this is the sort of level 9 that would be very interesting to see in a Router's Relish flag set. Or Battle Royal.
You're keeping a close eye on that wallet. Only 7 rupees remaining.
I might have picked up that 5er there just to give an extra 5 shots just in case. Okay, to the left of here, we have arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, and non-binary pals, here's Ganon. Now, is it a one-hit Ganon? Yes, it is, and just like that, down goes Ganon. We got bacon. Malchior has the Triforce of power and is zooming right to the kidnapped. This is how quick a level 9 is when you know all the cards and you get that last piece of information. Then it's just boom, 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 and that's your ball game. Get your GGs in chat for Malkior, who takes the win in this 1-1 matchup with an official time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, 11 seconds.
Malkior's record heading to 2-1 for week 4.
So now on our sorcerer side of things, he is looking to rescue Ganon and defeat Zelda. But the same roar and door mechanics apply. And we are joined by our winner, Malchior. GG, nicely done on this seed.
Why do I have to clear the whole overworld every time I play this game?
Oh, that's a mood right there. I do the exact same thing.
If I'd have done DM first, and it was in the back of my mind, like, DM first, but if he's gone over left side, then there could be, like, so much crap I'm missing that he would find ahead of time. And I'm only looking for 4. I'm only looking for 4. Alright, DM later. Ugh. And then 9. Yeah, let's just put the silvers 3 rooms in and me just be a dingus. I didn't mark that 1 key door. Otherwise, I might have found that, you know, immediately.
That could happen to just about anyone, especially with a 9 where you have multiple paths to go right off the bat.
I went left first instead of right. That's probably why the key door left my mind. Alright. Oh, so nervous.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get nervous during right before a big race, but it worked out for you.
Yeah, I figured out early on that we were in shapes for 7, 8, 9 when I walked into 8 where I was. I'm like, oh, okay then. So shapes, got it. And then I found my first small dungeon. It's like, not shapes. Okay. And the vanilla, I was hoping a dungeon would be recorder blocked, but that's too much to ask for. I'm glad I got that recorder though to get straight to 1. Though I probably could have just wrapped over there in that time.
Actually, that was a big difference in this race, was you got the recorder first, and as a result, you used the recorder and in testing it, you found that it went to new, beaten dungeons. That led you to level 1. That got you the bow way faster. That was a huge difference maker.
Yeah, I was counting on knowing it was a mix. I was like, alright, might need this recorder. Because it's like, I can't really just leave a recorder in 5 when I know it's there. I just hate that I didn't walk 2 rooms up and found it, you know, around the tea room the first try, instead of having to literally see every room of the dungeon. That was a common theme.
Malkier picks up the red ring and proceeds to burn its location.
How long has he been in 9?
Well, I'd say about 5-ish minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I was getting scared. By the time when I found staircase 6 and it wasn't any item whatsoever, I'm like, oh gosh, oh frick, oh no, there's a one-off somewhere. I'm gonna have to, and I knew where I wanted to bomb. I wanted to go to southeast quadrant first because that was my most open possible area. It's like, all right, I'm going southeast first. But if I'd have gotten that, I don't know if book is Atlas. I know it's at least boomstick. I'm like, if that book gave me the map and I'm gonna miss this one off and I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna be so upset. I prioritized survival, knowing that all right, I have to dig these silvers out of what is most likely a Wizrobe 9 because I haven't seen a bunch of Wizrobes. So I wanted blue ring for that survivability, and then proceeded to waste one of my potions.
I don't know about, to be honest, you needed that potion to beat Patra.
Yeah, that one I was fine with. There was one that I wasted when I was trying to swap over to my wand.
Oof, I must have missed that. That's something you... that's an unfortunate break right there.
My fingers were going so fast. Thank y'all for calling this.
Hey, it was our pleasure. This was a lot of fun.
I bet. It was kind of just destruction of the seed at the early part. I'm so glad I got that wand early.
Yeah, wand early definitely helped with the combat side. Although I am curious, at what point did you suspect that it was vanilla items?
I'm getting that first wand. Let's see. What was the first dungeon I went into? Let's see. Oh no, getting the very first thing was Raft out of 3. In the dungeon I already had the Triforce 4. I'm like, alright, play it like vanilla. And then when I got to 6 and I'm like, alright, wand should be here. When I found wand, like 3 rooms into 6, I'm like, alright, vanilla, let's go.
Hey, that strategy certainly makes sense. Although there have been seeds that folks have played in practice that have thrown some curveballs, so you gotta be ready for those.
Yep.
So that was not the case tonight.
Thank goodness. Whew. Malkier is a tough opponent. I've played him in tournament before, and we always seem to have close races.
Absolutely, and tonight was definitely no exception, as both of you were in 9 at the same time. In fact, both of you found 9 at pretty much the same moment.
That's what I was scared about, because I saw the whole overworld. Gracious alive. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, that staircase was a one-off.
There were a lot of those. I'm gonna count them. I got, staircase 3 was a one-off, staircase 5 was a one-off, staircase 6, there might have been a way to bomb out, but I had already mapped the others, so I didn't need it. Might as well call that a one-off. I have 3 separate one-offs and 9 marked.
Don't see that every day.
Nope.
I'm trying to think where Ganon was in this 9. I think he's getting close.
Ganon is in the far top left corner. Okay, he goes up 1, he's got him.
Yeah, also shout out to having all those Patras spawn when you're coming into a room from the top. Anyway, here's Zelda! And it's a one-hit KO, so Royal Jelly.
Nice.
And with that, that's the Triforce of Wisdom that Malkier picks up.
That's power. Oh, because it's Zelda. Got it.
Yep. I just figured it makes more sense to change it up. Anyway, get your GGs in chat for Malkier, who played a very good seed tonight and finishes with an official time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, 15 seconds.
Margin of victory tonight was 8 minutes, 4 seconds.
Whew. All accounted to the great equalizer.
Well, not just the Great Equalizer, but like I said, finding that recorder early in 5 was definitely the big difference in your favor. Plus, you didn't spend a lot of time in 8 early. As you saw 8, you saw it was a mess, so...
I got a compass in that 8. It told me, holy crap, get to the top corner, and it's probably segmented to get there. And then, en route to that Triforce, I killed something easy, because I was still trying to get up 1 or 2 keys at the time. And I killed something easy, and I got the map for it. I was like, oh, dang. This is the right way, and this is probably the only way.
We joined now by Malkier. GG. Well played on the seed.
Yeah, thank you. GG Malchior. Well played, my friend.
GG, man. Mr. Mal. How was your overworld?
It wasn't awful. I mean, I did most of Death Mountain, which was nice to found 2 dungeons up there. My biggest issue was finding 8 early, and I got kind of bullheaded and tried to go into it, but I probably shouldn't have found what I had.
Yeah, I went into 8 once, tried to fight the Gleeok, burned a minute, and said nope. And then, I left Death Mountain until the very end. I had actually, so, in finding 5, I dug out 5 and got the recorder, and recorded to Beaten to get to 1 at the grave, skipping a whole bunch of stuff. And at the time, I'm like, I just skipped, like, the entire South Hyrule. If just 1 dungeon is down there, I'm in so much trouble. So I skipped Start Area, and I skipped Dead Woods. And I said, I'm going back. I'm going Grave Reverse Way. And saw probably 25-something checks that were worthless, except for level 9. Only to get ushered eventually back into Death Mountain to find 7 and 4. I saw every screen of the overworld, except the 2 ladder spots, because ladder was in 4, so I knew a dungeon couldn't be under those.
So my route was basically Lost Hills, down into the forest, across the bottom, into the Dead Woods, and up to Death Mountain. So I was kind of like counterclockwise, or clockwise actually.
Once
I didn't touch like Burn Row at all. I didn't touch level 1 at all.
Oh my gosh, I feel scared. I saw everything.
Yeah, so I saw the draft in 3 as my first item. I was like, okay, well I know what kind of seed this is, so I kinda...
Same.
And I found 6, and I got the wand, but then I never found the boomstick.
So boomstick is 1 northeast of 1 at that burn spot.
Oh, okay, that's why I never found it, because I never went to that.
Yeah. And I had the money for it and chose not to buy it, anticipating there'd be Wizrobes and Garbo in 9, and I prioritized Blue Ring over that, because I only had like 6 hearts total.
So I grabbed my Blue Ring on my way into 9, and then I found Red Ring almost like right away. I was kind of annoyed about that.
I have no idea where it was, and I thought I saw every room. Where's Red Ring?
It was in like the middle of the right-hand side of the map. I found maybe like 10, 15 rooms in, not even.
I have no idea, and I thought I saw every room in that 9. Okay.
Yeah, so that was fun.
That was fun.
I did find level 8 early, and I wanted the NE key, because I know I always get key blocked, and that's kind of like my biggest headache in these seeds.
Understandable.
And I ran into some combat, and I got kind of bullheaded and tried to bully my way into it, and I just wasted probably a good 10 minutes in there. And that's kind of about what you won by, so.
Alright, then.
Lesson learned.
It was also the early recorder that brought Malchior to 1 that was the big difference.
Oh, see, 5 was my last thing I found.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that'll do it. After I got that recorder, I was zipping everywhere.
Yeah, I did find recorder. I found level 5, and I was like, I kind of want that, because it could possibly bring me to 6 and 8, because I had to go back to them at that point after I'd found 5.
Yep.
And then did you like that circle moat room in 6 that you had to pass through to get to the Triforce? That was fun.
I specifically, once I saw that room, I mean, I don't know if any of the top side of 6 had a transport stair to get you down there, I didn't look. Probably should have.
I didn't look either. I saw the room. I was like, nope, I'm coming back here with the ladder, and I will do that when I come back.
That's exactly what I prioritized. I took one death to that room, even with actually I took a death in the room after that, even with ladder, and freaking screamed freaking blah blah, and came back and did it, still without using my potion. I was like, whoa, dang.
Well, it's always a pleasure to race you, my friend. Thank you very much for the race.
Maybe
always an honor.
work for that. That was a good race, man.
Absolutely, always always fun.
Yep.
And good
Always
luck next
fun to
week with
call
the
these.
2-1.
Thanks, man. Good luck to you.
Moonrisen, any questions for our runners?
Actually, a question for both of you. Malkier, you're headed 2-1. Malkier, you're 1-2 right now. Anyone either of you are looking forward to facing?
This is the first one this week, so we don't really know that yet. Depends on how the week goes.
Yeah, we're at the top of the list. I'll say I would like to save Shaddy until I'm 3-1. If I go 3-1, or save Shaddy until my final week, please. I want to maybe try and put forth a good record before I was like, all right, grudge match time again.
You know, it's funny because I always tend to get Shaddy in these tournaments too. I think I've faced him 3 times in tournament play over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I've faced him 2 or 3 times in tournament play now as well.
Speaking of matchups that'll be hype, later this week we have a matchup that's going to draw a lot of hype. Thurwolf versus Jay Coper, two of the best. I am personally looking forward to that one, as I played Jay Coper last week, and I didn't go so well for me, but you know what? That just set the stage for this matchup. So that's one I'm personally going to enjoy.
You know, Leslie, depending on how your match goes this week, I don't think you and I have ever gone head-to-head, so maybe if you're 1-2 also, maybe we can make up for a change.
We shall see, because that could happen either way.
You too, Mooners, and I don't think you and I have gone head-to-head either.
No, you're right. I could be 1-2, and considering my matchup this week, that might just happen.
I just enjoy playing and having fun playing with friends, so whoever I get, as long as they're cool, then we're good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I do want to thank you both for putting on a great show here tonight. You two are some of the best runners in the community, so great show tonight.
I wouldn't say that. I'm terrible. Malkier is good, though. Give all the props to him.
I'm mid-tier.
I don't know about that. That looks like a main event level play tonight.
Well, thank y'all very much.
Yeah, absolutely. It was our pleasure to be able to call this. And just some housework before we call it a night. Please give both of our runners a follow. They put on a heck of a show tonight between Malchior and Malkier. And also, if you feel so inclined, give myself and Moonrisen a follow. We're both in this tournament. We're both looking to make some noise going forward through these Swiss rounds and possibly bracket. Who knows? That's why we play the game.
Yep, I also want to thank Leslie. Thank you for commentating with me, and I also want to thank the SpeedGaming Network for allowing us to restream the tournament on their channels, and I want to thank the viewers as well for sticking around. And we wouldn't be able to do this without y'all.
Absolutely, that was part of the fun, especially with some of chat's being chat. We'll leave that. But that's part of the fun, too, because we couldn't do this without all of you guys.
And, of course, I can't forget Cammy and Renikai at the tracking tonight. Thank you for your help.
And on that note, our next matchup is tomorrow night. In fact, we've got 3 matches scheduled for tomorrow. We have got at 8 o'clock p.m. the Alan Heffley versus Potato Failure, both looking to get their first win. At 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we have 2 matches.
Just gonna.
CD Improv versus Dr. J, and Sis Crusher versus Antlers.
It's a pedantic potato now. He decided to update his name, so.
No, he just changed his name.
You changed it up to Potato Potato.
Pedantic
I like
potato.
it.
Potato, potato.
Alright, so I'm gonna wait my dinner because I'm hungry, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys.
Thank you for
All
the
right,
rates.
GG's to both of you. Looking forward to seeing you play in the coming weeks. And that's going to do it for us tonight on Speed Gaming Prime. So, any last thoughts? Any last words?
Nope. I just want to thank everybody for watching.
Absolutely same here. And on that note, for our tracker, Camion Renokai, my co-commentator, Moonrisen Phoenix, our two runners, Malchior and Malkier, and everyone behind the scenes at Speed Gaming, I'm Leslie Pro. Stay kind, stay safe, stay awesome, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.